Everything we've done's led up to right now. Right now. Because legacy are full of legends. You can become a legend today, boys. Put your stamp on history. Put your stamp on a legacy. It is going to take all of us. All of us. Men, be not afraid. Do not be afraid to be a legend.
Welcome to OPA Podcast, episode 23. I'm one of your hosts, Jason. I am struggling with my senior thesis, just like how Tanner Morgan was struggling against Iowa.
This is Larranz. Tyler Johnson really should have caught that ball, Guider.
This is Wyatt. I think I have depression now. Oelkers.
Oh.
This is Griffin. Curtis Dunlap should be back on Saturday, most.
Ooh.
I like that.
We like that energy.
All right, so first we're going to quickly recap the Iowa game. We lost 19-23 to, at the time, 20th ranked Iowa. They moved up to number 17 in the CFB. And the Gophers only went down to number 10 from our 8th ranking of last week. So, we, of course, Tanner went down there at the last drive of the game when the Gophers were pushing. Tanner is, at the moment, in concussion protocol and left the good old Cole Kramer to, yeah.
I think it's more embarrassing for Iowa to have only won by 4 points with how badly we played and how inconsistent we played overall. And how if we made a 50-yard field goal and an extra point, this was tied. We out-yarded them, especially in passing.
Tanner was 25 of 36 for 368 yards.
Yeah, Tanner Morgan throwing more than 15 yards, he's probably dead. Or 15 attempts, he's probably dead. But, man, that was just ugly. But no season can be perfect. This is still a dream scenario for the Gophers. 9-1. We actually have what the committee would call a quality loss, which is why I think we did not drop further. And I think I kind of agree with a lot of their rankings this week.
Also, if you think about it, we were technically a top 10 team going into a night game in Kinnick. So the magic was sort of there, and we didn't anticipate that. Well, except for Larranz, he knew.
Oh, I knew what was going to happen. It's fine. I mean, I frankly expected us to get our doors blown off, which did not happen, as Griffin pointed out.
In the first quarter, it did.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. As Griffin pointed out, we did out-yard them. To be more specific, we out-yarded them by more than 140 yards. It was on 293 to 430-something yards. So we largely outplayed them, and then we outplayed ourselves. He talks about the 50-yard field goal and the extra point that was missed. I say that's a moot point if Tyler Johnson catches that very much so wide open 4th down play, to which Iowa obviously responded with hitting him late. But either way, that was a walk-in touchdown because Tanner played about as brilliantly as he could have played under the circumstances. And well, we still had a chance to win at the end, so.
If this was Mitch Leidner in crunch time, it would be a pick. I'm just going to say that.
He would have RPO and tried to run it himself to the end zone. With his 6'6", 250 frame, thinking he can outrun some free safety just chilling on the freaking line to gain.
Like when Mitch Lardner ran into the end zone against Central Michigan during the Quick Lane Bowl.
Yeah, that was like 5 yards though.
And it was Central Michigan.
Oh, fire up chips.
Fire up chips.
But
I mean,
what was interesting was that Cam Wiley was in for kick returns,
good.
but he did muff a kick though, and we were lucky to
didn't
get back
lose
on
it.
top of it.
He ain't lose it though.
He ain't losing it yet.
True.
So.
Also, sorry Wyatt, Jacob Herbert's had a bad day.
He didn't have a great day, but he could have had a worse day. He could be in concussion protocol.
Anything else from the game that you want to talk about, or just move on?
I'm actually curious, Griffin, as to, and I asked Griffin because he's around the actual team more. I was just curious as to when Tanner went out, why they didn't go with Jacob Clark, who seemed to have the ability to drop whole dimes and could see over the offensive line, which is very different from our current quarterback situation.
My thought is they want to preserve as much game for Jacob Clark for this year. So Jacob Clark still has 3 more games before he burns the red shirt. And Cole Kramer now has 1 left. So I think they want, because Cole already had 2.
So you think Cole will get the start?
I think both are going to end up playing in Northwestern.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think that's a good thing because they're both splitting they're now splitting the first team reps. And it gives our offense a little bit more variety, I guess. I mean, it shrinks our options of play calling because it's which quarterback is comfortable with which plays of the game plan. But I think maybe they are each better at different aspects of the game plan because one is more mobile than the other, but one is also more accurate.
Who's who?
Clark drops the dimes, Cole skirts.
Could he break off a long run in a very Demery Croft-esque way? Is he capable of that?
Cole, yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
I saw his high school film. It's insane.
Skirt.
Skirt.
Okay. Well, we're 9-1, and now I don't know.
I think the pressure's off of like you struggle. You want to be 12-0, but it's almost tougher being perfect. You gotta have that one game in there where I hate that it's this one, but you gotta have that.
I think it's better this one than Wisconsin.
It's better this one than Northwestern.
That too. But
I mean, would you have rather lost to Penn State and beaten Iowa?
No.
Good to know.
I would say yes, just because the band wouldn't get hurt.
Because we got so much respect for beating Penn State.
We're still getting a lot of respect for beating Penn State.
We were named like National Team of the Week. The week we beat Penn State, we were named like National Team of the Week.
Okay, that's fine. We'll take that.
Because that was the game where are the Gophers legit or not? Are they only 8-0 because of their schedule? No, it's because we have a coach that knows how to coach.
I mean, at least we didn't piss away a 28-3 lead at home.
Baylor.
Y'all remember when they said Matt Rule was a better coach than PJ?
Boomer.
I don't know why I even brought that up.
Maybe because you're petty?
That might be true. That might be true. I don't know. Actually, and you know what? It's better that we had this loss because maybe FSU and USC will leave our coach alone.
True.
So move on to Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Oh, that segment's over because there's nothing to talk about for Northwestern.
Oh,
You saying that, but I am terrified of Northwestern.
Oh, God.
so it's an 11 a.m. kickoff this Saturday on ABC. Northwestern is currently 2-8. Their 2 wins. Their most recent one was against UMass, and I forget what was their first win. Damn it.
UNLV, I think.
Unlove. Yeah.
Yep. They haven't
Uh,
beat anyone
so
that good all season.
Here's some key stats. So Northwestern has only been able to score 14.5 points per game. They have allowed 23.5 points per game. They only have 291 total yards. And they have allowed 345 yards allowed total. Their best quarterback is Aiden Smith, who is 3 touchdowns for 9 interceptions with 86 for completed passes for every 171 attempts.
Did you know that y'all can find a ticket to this game on Vivid Seats for $2?
What?
Who's road tripping to Northwestern with me?
I'm actually going to be at Northwestern, so
Larranz, I don't have tickets yet, but where are you sitting? Because I'll be flying down Friday.
I have literally no idea. All I know is I'm going up with Rats and like a few of the old baritone alto.
Larranz, honestly, if you just wait outside the stadium long enough, they might just let you in for free or even pay you.
No disrespect, Northwestern.
Ow.
It's not even the team, it's just the attendance they draw. They just want to see people in the stands.
There's like, this is basically over under how many people do you think there would be more people at this Northwestern game or at Minnesota spring practice?
Oof.
Yeah,
Now that you mention it, the spread is favoring the Gophers. It got changed from Sunday, but now it's a negative 13.5 with over under 39.5.
That is more than it deserves to be.
I think that is perfect. I can respect that. I know that when it was coming out, it was like 7, and I was like,
yeah.
Let me throw all my money at this game. And then 13.5, I'm like, all right.
But this thing is still assuming Tanner's out or in.
I think it's definitely assuming Tanner is out because if Tanner was in, the fact that it was anywhere near 8 was disrespectful. I think it being where it is still assuming that Tanner is out because there's no way this game would be close if Tanner was playing. I don't think this game would be even relatively close if Tanner was playing. But because Tanner will not be playing, or at least we're very much so assuming he won't be playing. Griffin, is he playing?
Tanner, probably not.
Because Tanner will not be playing.
Knowing PJ, he won't jeopardize. So I mean, you see him keep Kamal out an extra week. Dunlap probably could have played, then he's not going to play him.
That's fair.
He's all about that next man up.
All about that, like, player safety, unlike Nick Saban. I don't know why I even mentioned that.
Maybe it's because you're petty?
Maybe it's because I'm going to miss watching Tua Tagovailoa play at Alabama. But, well, I mean, it opens up the door also for probably Oregon to get in, so good for them. But no, I think this game is a lot more dangerous than people are making it seem because I think they very much so could have and should have beaten Stanford. I think they should have beaten Nebraska. I think they should have beaten Purdue. And so I don't think their record shows how gritty this team really is.
Especially that defense.
Especially that defense, because their offense is absolutely abysmal. But Joe Gaziano is a problem. Okay? Patty Fisher is a problem. And I do not trust these two infants who will be playing quarterback going up against these two on their senior day. Because if nothing else, Northwestern will play with pride because they reflect Pat Fitzgerald. And so that's what terrifies me about this game.
So then this brings up my question. I know we joked about this on the group chat a couple times already, but is this the game that Kirk Schreiber should really be keeping a vanilla playbook? I know they want to keep it simple for infant QBs, but like we need to establish the run so they can be able to pass at ease. Is that just me?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think that's gonna work.
They are. You saw how. Maybe they'll throw in a little bit of like tapioca. So maybe they might throw a little kind of something extra in the mix, but they'll maybe leave that till after halftime when they're only up by 3 points.
Because Griffin, right? If you're Northwestern and you just figured out that there are going to be two infant quarterbacks who will be playing, one or two, who knows, doesn't really matter. What are you going to stop? Because I think if I'm Northwestern, sure, you have two all Big Ten wide receivers, but do I trust Cole Kramer to get it to them? Do I trust Jacob Clark to get it to them? Nope.
I trust Jacob Clark on the slants. I trust Cole Kramer on the RPO rollouts.
They don't know that, though.
No.
So if I'm them, I'm just like Rodney Smith, Muhammad Ibrahim, Shannon Brooks. Not one of them will beat me. If they're going to beat me, if they're going to beat me, it's going to be these two freshmen infants will be the ones who beat us.
Who knows? We could end up just beating ourselves.
We could. I frankly don't even see how Northwestern is going to score points. I imagine.
It's pretty hard to score points when you're 126th in college football for passing yards, 62nd for rushing yards. So their rushing game is respectable, but Braylon Oliver is going to come at you. Antoine Winfield Jr. will come up on a safety blitz and wreck your dreams.
Or Chris Williamson.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Maybe
or Thomas Barber will just swallow you whole and take you to the ground.
Maybe Sam Renner. Who knows? Who knows?
Or maybe let Carter Coughlin eat.
Let Captain Coughlin eat his Wheaties. I don't know. I feel like this game is going to be ugly. And for some reason, I would be more inclined to play Cole, even though I've seen Jacob Clark drop dimes, because I think the mobility aspect is something that you can't really plan for Minnesota's film this year. You can't really plan for that, and I think Cole, if Kirk Schreiber just says, go out there and have fun, I think that could be a very interesting game.
It would be even more interesting if the quarterback called all the plays.
What
Don't hurt me like this.
What you mean when we're on the 2-yard line and we already know that we're gonna run the Wildcat? We don't have to look over at the sideline for 20 frickin' seconds just for us to waste another timeout. I don't even know why I mentioned that.
Maybe Seth Green would throw some passes this game.
No. No. You save that for Wisconsin and only Wisconsin.
Because we keep in the damn axe.
We win that game by any means necessary. Have Tyler Johnson throw the ball, Seth Green throw the ball, double reverse flea flicker where Rodney Smith throws the ball.
Philly special.
Philly special. I don't care. Just by any means necessary, we must win this Wisconsin game. I don't care if we lose to Northwestern. Just beat Wisconsin. Actually, I do care if we lose to Northwestern because then we'll never hear the end of it. But, yeah.
Maybe use their damn tight ends for Wisconsin. Like, please.
I mean, first off, they need to block better. Because AJ Epinesa.
Bye-bye.
So. And I'm gonna pose this question to you, Wyatt, because
Yes, please.
I'm curious, and I've been thinking about this. You think that PJ Pleck was playing 40 chess in order to get game day here for the Wisconsin-Minnesota game?
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Man, if he can pull that off, that'll be a hell of a pull. But
Because I'm like,
I think to pull that off, we need to kick the living piss out of Northwestern. I think we need to bounce back big for that to be a game day thing.
So blow out Northwestern?
Game day chooses where they're going a couple weeks in advance, so they probably already
We'd have to absolutely blow the doors off of Northwestern, I think.
I mean, I think the reason why I don't think it matters either way, so long as we win, even if we lose, I still think there's a possibility. But I think it doesn't even matter how we win. It's because now, where else is game day going to go? Where are they going to go for this week after Northwestern?
They're going to Ohio State this weekend, right?
They're going to Ohio State this weekend for Penn State, Ohio State.
So they're not going for rivalry weekend then?
But they're exactly. And so the thing is, Penn State, Ohio State is going to decide the Big Ten East, right? So next week, Michigan, Ohio State means nothing. Auburn, Alabama means nothing, and it means extra nothing now that Mac Jones is Alabama's quarterback. Oklahoma Baylor already happened, so that's pretty much the de facto Big 12 championship game, even though it's going to repeat. Oregon and Utah, neither one of them is playing anyone. Oregon's playing Oregon State, which, fun fact, is almost bowl eligible.
Go Beavers.
Go Beavers. We love that energy. And so the only game outside of somewhere in the Group of Five conference, which really shouldn't matter, the only game with national implications is Minnesota and Wisconsin. It's the only game that quote-unquote matters. And it wouldn't have mattered if we beat Iowa, but now it does.
Yep. Well, oh yeah, I forgot. Indiana has Purdue, but Indiana, they good.
Yeah, Purdue's not even going to a bowl game this year, so.
Hey, Larranz, remember when you were what's the word I'm trying to think of here? You thought Purdue was going to be a lot better than they were this year. Now, given they've had a lot of injuries, but I
mean,
remember pretty
considering
much
that
saying they were
everyone,
going to be 6-6, perfectly balanced, just like all things, and you were like, "Huh?"
homie,
Jeff Brom, one of the best X's and O coaches, huh?
that is correct.
I'm just saying. I saw
Homie.
this coming.
Who would have saw coming Elijah Sindelar and Rondale Moore going down on the exact same play? Marcus Bailey going out before that game. Lorenzo O'Neal going out before that. Who would have seen this coming? Who would have seen that coming? Purdue is going through what Minnesota went through last year. All right, what Michigan State went through last year. I think Purdue, if they had. Oh wait, hold up. Purdue loses Elijah Sindelar, and then Purdue loses Jake Plummer. So now they're on a. Because I guess he broke
No, they're
his.
on Aiden O'Connell.
Now they're on Aiden O'Connell. I think Jake Plummer broke his leg during Nebraska, and Aiden O'Connell led them to a win. Shout out to Nebraska for being complete and utter trash. Are we rooting for them against Iowa?
No.
Okay, good. Let them stew in their misery.
We want Iowa to be the highest quality win possible at this point.
Dang it. Wyatt, stop making sense.
No, because I was rooting for Nebraska to beat freaking Wisconsin, but no.
I mean, they
started out okay.
They put up 500 yards of offense on Wisconsin. Dedrick Mills ran for 187 on like 12 yards of carry against Wisconsin. I feel like this could be a very advantageous.
How about we stop
matchup.
talking about what doesn't matter? Nebraska, Rashad Bateman and Tyler Johnson could both go over 1,000 yards.
This weekend,
they could both do it.
So give them a few go routes, let them eat. Throw those 50-50 balls, let them go eat. If Tyler Johnson doesn't drop the ball, or Rashad Bateman doesn't drop the ball, because both of them seem to have a case of the drops,
we'll be good.
We'll be fine. We'll be good.
So
do you
predictions?
think?
Or what were you saying, Larranz? Go ahead.
Oh no! I was gonna be. Did you all see that Rashad Bateman is he's a semifinalist and the only Big Ten wide receiver on the Biletnikoff wide receiver awards list.
But not Tyler Johnson?
But not Tyler Johnson.
What disrespect.
Given the way they've played this season, that's actually fair.
Homie, they were number 1 and number 2 in the Big Ten.
And?
I mean, okay, do you think if Tyler Johnson would have caught that ball on 4th down and put it in the end zone as he would have done, do you think he would have been on that list?
I think he might be on that list if he does that.
Because I think Tyler Johnson, I think Tyler Johnson still leads the Big Ten in touchdown catches. And he's number 2 in yards behind his own teammate. So I don't know. I just think that's nice. Anyway, we're doing predictions. What?
Yep.
I think we lose 20-14. Y'all laughing. I'm just trying to be pessimistic so that my heart can't be broken. Y'all laughing like last year we didn't get blown out by
no,
a
I'm
0
laughing
win
and tears are coming out. Oh. All right. Gophers on top, 21-14.
Bold, sir.
Bold.
Very.
All right. We're going to say 17-13 Gophers.
All right. Damn it, Griffin.
What we doing, Griffin?
38-28 Gophers.
38 points.
What?
38.
It's gonna turn into some Purdue type ending in the last 6 minutes.
Wait, hold up. What type of horrible defense do you think we have that we're going to give up 28 points to Northwestern's fourth string walk-on quarterback?
Ross Smith defense.
Homie, I'm just throwing it out there.
Homie, if we gave up 28 points to Northwestern, I'd be like, we're losing.
Homie, we
badly.
gave up 13 points in the first quarter to Iowa.
Yeah, they scored 3 points in the entire second half. Our defense didn't even give up 300 yards.
That's what I'm saying.
offense.
Northwestern's going to score a touchdown, then they're going to onside kick it, recover it, and then get another touchdown. And that's why it's going to be 28.
Don't say that to me. Don't say that to me.
And have it doink off of Seth Green's helmet.
Oh,
I would rather us lose a low-scoring game and we can make the excuse that Tanner Morgan wasn't playing than I would be if we won but let Northwestern score 28 frickin' points.
I mean, if we're up and, we have some second-string backups in on defense, just kind of like Rutgers when they let them score a touchdown in garbage time.
Oof.
I'm thinking if there's going to be a little bit more scoring than there maybe should be, then maybe we would like.
Fun fact, Rutgers scored the second most points of any team against Ohio State this year.
21.
21 points.
But wasn't that against your second team
I don't
defensive
care.
offense?
I don't
Probably
care.
their 90th
They
team.
covered the spread.
They-
They covered the spread, and we're proud of them, Jason.
Love you, Scarlet Knights.
We love you, okay?
All right,
All
next
right.
up, any hot takes?
I
have
mean,
one.
You
I
had
have
one?
not. Okay.
So, people are saying Mark D'Antonio will get fired. Is going to get fired this year. I'm saying he's going to stay next season, but when he plays Minnesota, PJ Fleck is going to be the reason why he gets fired.
That's
Wow,
bold,
that's
sir.
looking ahead much.
Yep.
Well, I mean, per D'Antonio, he said he was going to be here next year, so. Well,
Look.
he'd be coach next year, but.
Minnesota teams get Nebraska coaches fired, not Michigan State coaches fired. We got rid of Pelini. We got rid of Mike Riley. If it was literally anyone who isn't Scott Frost, we would have gotten rid of that dude too.
No, we got the dude from Michigan fired before Harbaugh came.
Oh yeah, we did do that. You right. We did do that.
It's not. I don't even. Teams
Hot
that hand
take.
Nebraska L's get their coaches contract extensions.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's see. Hot take. I'm trying to figure out who is the coach of Oregon right now. Quick, someone else give their hot take.
Griff,
Pat
you have one?
Fitzgerald is fired after this game.
Ooh.
Good luck with that.
I just really want it to happen. Not because I want to see him fired, because he's I think a good coach and a nice guy, but I just think it'd be kind of funny.
Larranz, his name is Mario Cristobal.
No. That's the head coach of Oregon. Not Oregon State.
Oregon State.
Yeah. My hot take is, while people have been saying that what is it? People have been saying that PJ Fleck or Matt Rule or even Coach Orgeron is going to end up being the coach of the year. I'm calling bull crap. And I think head coach Jonathan Smith of the Oregon State Beavers, if they win this weekend against Washington State, he will be the coach of the year. And if it's not him, it's going to be Lovie Smith winning National Coach of the Year.
Never mind. I'm holding back. No.
Say it, Griffin. Say it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Also, then who gets Big Ten Coach of the Year?
Oh, PJ Fleck.
Chris Ash. Oh, wait.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I just said National
You know what?
Coach
Give
of the Year.
it to Nunzi, putting up 21 against Ohio State.
We love that energy. I love how no one's even going to think about Ryan Day, even though this may be the single greatest Ohio State team I've ever seen in my life.
All right, anything else?
Nope.
Wait, Wyatt, what was your hot take?
Oh, I don't think I have one this week.
What? What was yours from last week or the week before? I forget.
Let's see. If I want to go complete chaos, not a hot take to say that 3 SEC teams make the playoffs anymore. That's completely realistic.
That's impossible. That is impossible for that to happen.
3 SEC teams making the playoffs?
Correct.
Depends what happens to Ohio State.
If we beat them at the Big Ten Championship.
If Penn State beats them this week.
If Penn State beats them this week, does Penn State win the Big Ten championship game or do they lose?
Depends who they play.
If they play us in the Big Ten championship game, do they win or do they lose?
Oh, that's their revenge tour. Lose. Or we lose.
We lose. So Penn State will go to the playoffs. It would be the only chaos thing that can really happen at this point is if Clemson somehow loses. Because all bets are off if Clemson loses. Because if Clemson loses, they are not going to the playoffs because they won't have played a single ranked team.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, that's it?
Yep.
All right, thank you to all our fans listening tonight for Opa Podcast. So we'll see you guys next time. And again, my name is Jason.
Larranz.
I'm Wyatt.
Griffin, the Badgers gave back 600 tickets because their fans are losing interest. Most.
Wait, they did?
Yep, they did.
Well, look at that.
Hey,
600 less Badgers and TCF.
Hey, more tickets for us.
Heck yeah.
Wait,
we got a contract to pay for.
They're not coming to us? They don't want to come to this game?
They don't want to admit that they scared.
If you're scared, go to church. Goodbye.
See ya. And
Oh.